adaptation, and getting used to the slotted flag. Frequently asked questions. Why does it go in so deep and so easily? A line is drawn. The reason is the set hand position, the reduced thickness of the slotted flag itself, the principle of interaction between the two hands. The answer isn't that I'm pressing hard. First of all, the whole answer lies in the worked part of the flag itself, the slotted one in this case. If it's made according to the proper technique, you'll be able to easily go through any act. The next stage of the exercise. First, make a short, quick jab, and then follow with a much longer, more deliberate one, carefully tracing along the designated cut line. With these confident actions, you achieve this kind of result. Repeat the same steps on the other side. Remember, always, after using this semicircular short tool, you should always use short ones with a beveled edge for secondary action. If you don't use them, the notch by itself won't look very three-dimensional. It's best to use 3 steps, each one shallower than the last. For example, your first radius is 15, the second step is 10, and the third step is 5. That way, your notch will look three-dimensional. Do you remember that? We proceed with the cleaning. The cleaning is done with a slotted flag at an angle using confident movements. Because the slotted one, due to its length, won't reach. This way, you'll get a neat result. Next, we mark the points for ourselves, paying attention to the order. I'll show you a few principles. Let's start simple. Set it to the right depth and make the tilt. Don't touch the points here. Next step. Flip it over. If you're watching closely, you'll get it right. Do the same thing on the other side. Make the tilt. Successfully installed, carefully trimmed, and then neatly flipped over. From the very beginning of time. The other side. I'll film the entire process on purpose. And from the other side as well, from the opposite direction too. So let's see. Now we're working from the small munches. Set the depth, tilt it. The most important thing is, don't rush. You're going to do great. Flip it over, other side. Flip it over. Okay. Additionally, for the successful execution of this particular step, it is highly recommended and indeed more advantageous to utilize the very tip of the implement or tool. In other words, you should carefully and deliberately pivot or turn the heel of the object onto its pointed tip. This specific maneuver proves to be considerably more convenient, efficient, and ultimately provides a much greater degree of control and precision during the entire process, ensuring a smoother and more accurate outcome for your work. Carefully installed, trimmed, and so it all begins with the other side. I think everything is clear. From the other side. And now, originating from the other side. Let's take a look. We'll finish the truck. After making this incision, we mark the center right here for ourselves. Not here. Here. And where do we have two notches? They look kind of like little eyes here. With the beveled edge, we lift up the short semicircular piece. Just like this. On both sides. Extremely carefully indeed. We make a notch, but make sure not to break it. I understand. I agree it's nice and neat. But you need to try doing these kinds of actions yourself. Regarding possible breakages and so on, I'll explain more about that later. In this particular scenario, therefore, it's absolutely crucial that you diligently apply and practice these fundamental principles. Changing and breaking things is very important. So here we trim these little tips that have slightly broken off. After these kinds of manipulations, the elements become more voluminous when we work them through, in a similar way. All the secondary cuts and then the cleanup cuts. This, of course, don't worry about it. Meaning you should work on different options. Because if the brain is adapted, if you work exclusively with a triangle shape for a long time, you'll end up forming everything just as triangles. After that, it will be very difficult to create variety in your compositions. So don't be afraid of anything. So now, pick the smallest possible instrument and work internally. Just like this. We demonstrate the incision. The small instrument is basically a disc with a beveled edge as well. We turned it over to the other side. Let's remove a bit more so it's clear what we're getting. Then cleaning. Now let's see what we've got. It looks more voluminous. The conclusion is simple. In other words, your actions should be based on 2, 3, or 4 steps, with gradual refinement through secondary and tertiary passes.